Oh. Molten disaster.
5 things. That's awesome.
That's a real one.
That was my name on the streets. Because I always shit myself.
Oh, shit. Do you smell that? It's molten disaster.
Oh, I missed part of that. I thought it was Bone Mageddon. I was like, fuck yeah!
And then that made the shitting myself comment even more confusing.
Because you shit bones.
Because he's boning so much. Oh!
I have lost control of my bowels.
I've got time to shit. Boning so much. That's hot, right?
How y'all doing?
Hello. We're starting.
I started burping at that moment, so terrified.
What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
That's fair.
There's a strange person in our tub. I need an adult.
It's the guy that was in the cold open.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's just me.
Hi, everyone. This is the Proud Jacuzzi crew. We do Would You Rathers and other fun stuff. My name's Dane.
My name's Brian. Did you hear that?
What was that?
Did you hear that thing? There was a thing.
Nope, no thing.
That's pretty scary.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
I'm Jimmy.
And we have a stranger amongst us. A stranger and a friend.
Aw.
Yeah.
And a neighbor.
And a neighbor. A friend and neighbor. Tirumari.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a stand-up comedian. That's like my main thing, I guess.
And what brings you to Anytown, USA in our lovely hot tub?
Just traveling.
Uh-huh.
I don't get out very often.
A traveling comedian. A comedian who doesn't get out much has gone traveling. Okay.
Well,
okay.
I mean, I'm trying it out as a new thing. And it's all right. Take it or leave it, really. So,
Travel is overrated.
yeah.
Here's to that. Anytown for me, all the way.
They
all
say
day.
it broadens you, but we ain't broads, right?
There are a lot of
I'm not
there's
yet.
a lot of dicks in this water. Is what he's saying. There's a lot of. This is a hot dog.
You know how like you ever done that? You ever done that thing where you take a pot of water and then you boil it and you throw like some
Hot dogs in there?
Yeah.
That's us.
That's us right now.
That's what I was saying. We're just 4 floating
It's
hot dogs.
Brian's favorite because it's sort of a Limp Bizkit reference.
Oh, the hot dog flavored water.
Yeah.
I don't
Thank-
want to.
That's
Thank
an album
you.
title, but also there's a chocolate starfish also in that title because buttholes are funny.
Oh yeah.
What?
Dicks and buttholes.
Yo, buttholes.
Tirumari,
Can I get a shout out for buttholes?
Tirumari, what percentage of your jokes are about dicks and buttholes?
Honestly, only a little bit nowadays.
Oh.
It is standard
So like
fare.
55, 65%.
Well, okay, so my one dick joke that I tell nowadays is actually still a part of my material about racism. So I've managed to couch the ever needed dick joke into social commentary.
Oh my God.
Bless you, sir.
It's my like bread and butter line. I have to say it in every set because it still gets the biggest laughs. And I'm like, yeah, that's human beings, man. Just love our dick jokes.
We can't get over them. We try and have as many females on this podcast as possible because we are all just gross dudes.
The dickiest.
Honestly,
Ridiculous.
one of the funniest things to me is when female-bodied people ask about what it's like to have like a male genitalia package, and they ask like these questions where I'm like, you just have to take a step back and think about it for 5 seconds. But like they've never thought about it because they've never had it as like an ever-present. There was one time where literally, because I'm the only guy in my house, it's my partner and then just a bunch of women, and it's just me as the only dude, and all of them got drunk and were like, "What's the point of balls being on the outside?" And I'm like, "There's no It's not a matter of point.
It's not a function,
Just
guys.
is. And they were like, yeah, but like, why don't you just like suck it into your body? And I'm like, okay, first off, can't do that.
We aren't Transformers,
Really?
ladies.
Yeah. I mean,
the
you can, but like you have to be in a life-threatening situation or something. So like, if they
It's
want
too
that
cold.
to happen, yeah. I could die. It's 52 degrees outside. Oh, there they go. Is that the sound?
That was the sound, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was a trailer for the new Transformers.
Yes, I know.
starring us.
Michael
Yeah.
Winslow, eat your heart out.
Yeah. Transformers, sometimes their balls are inside. I think that's the song. I think that's how it goes.
Oh, brother.
Our first Would You Rather
Oh,
comes to us
Okay.
from Max on the internet.
Smash cut to Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Hi, Max.
Max asks, would you rather survive any injury or fall, or be able to pull any Acme Corporation product out of your pocket?
Okay, there's a lot of questions already.
So, it's obviously very cartoony inspired, very Wile E. Coyote.
how often are you high up? Like danger levels are high up.
Well, I do put the Dane in danger after all.
Oh boy.
I guess you could afford
I'm
to go
in for
higher.
this, am I?
Why am I in this tub?
It's like, how long is this? How long is this recording?
Is it getting too hot for you, Tiamat?
I mean, okay, so I want to answer your question about how often do you get it, but like the issue is that I have a clear bias and that I never leave my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on top of a building just the other day, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
this is a bit much for me.
I bit off more than I can chew.
I don't like going 3 steps up a step stool. Like,
Sure, man, yeah. Same.
I'll straight up get a touch of vertigo if I like look out a window in like a skyscraper. Like
Wow.
I'll just like look down and be like, oh.
I feel so safe with all of you here.
You're amongst friends.
Yeah, this podcast is never going to make it to the top of a tree.
very grounded friends.
We're in a tub for a reason, bub.
Yeah, you guys are down to earth.
Yeah.
Listen,
We're so grounded. We
yeah.
are. Yeah.
Do I regret that pun? Maybe.
I mean, there is something to be said about being high up, but injury, like you'll never get hurt.
Have
'Cause you
any
just-
of us ever fallen and gotten hurt because of it?
I fell off a bear statue once.
Tell more.
Yes.
Well, okay, so there's a little bit of backstory here. When I was 13, my parents got me a scooter. I tried to learn in the backyard. Backyard's half concrete, half grass. I tried to do a wheelie, landed on my tailbone. Didn't tell my parents because they would have yelled at me.
Right. Don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah, I mean, they're honestly shitty people, but so they would have been worse about it than that. So I just kind of hobbled around for 3 weeks, convinced that I had broken something, and I probably did. Anyway, fast forward to high school, academic decathlon. I was one of the captains. We were at the UCLA campus touring it. I tried to climb on the bear for a gag. Yeah.
UCLA. That must be a far away from any town. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about where it's from. It's the City of Angels, though, and I was dead.
Nick Cage was there.
Yeah,
it was great.
heaven, it turns out. But yeah, no, I tried to climb on top of a bear, fell, landed on my tailbone. All of my friends made fun of me the whole day, and I could barely breatve for the rest of it. It was that
Bunch
painful.
of assholes.
Yeah, I got into I had to like sit in a tub, and they all just kind of hung out in the bathroom with me because my back hurt so bad.
I believe I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I had a fear of getting hit on the head too hard and having my entire spine poke through the back of my butt and have a tiny little tail for the rest of my life and no neck.
Like you do.
That was
Cartoons
a
are a hell
legit
of a drug.
fear of mine till I was like 12.
Yeah.
Like way too old.
Way too old.
Well, I was 25.
What were you afraid was going to hit you on the head?
Just
Oh yeah.
Coyotes.
coyotes,
Pianos.
boulders, anvils. Like if I fell out of a tree and just
But like
like
head first,
head first.
like dive
The heaviest
a
part of my
straight
body.
nosedive, yeah. Like weirdly perfect form, but on accident.
And then just square on the noggin, and then just boink. And just have a little bone tail that would just wiggle.
I wanted a
wiggle
tail
out.
so bad as a kid. I remember reading about like how some humans are born with vestigial tails, and I was like, those lucky sons of bitches.
How dare they?
Yeah.
I bet they want to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
what
it.
Yeah, I would huff to myself angrily as a 5-year-old.
Vestigial tails would it take for one adult-sized Tirumari tale?
5.
How many harvestings are we talking here?
Is this like a weird Silence of the Lambs kind of like Buffalo Bill thing?
This is the new Planned Parenthood conspiracy. I heard about it.
They're harvesting tails, I know.
I check Breitbart every day.
Would you wag me? I'd wag me.
I can only get so hard, but only my tail. My tail is fully erect.
I mean, there's something to be said about falling, but also, like, what would you pull out of your pocket? Like, what would you need?
And everything.
Rocket skates?
My concern with the first would you rather part is the survive word.
Right.
Because you can survive a lot.
It does say survive. It doesn't say impervious.
that's
As
bad.
stated in the second Aladdin movie, you can, like, oh god.
Wait, is that what you would...
Oh my
Pull out
god.
of your
Am I the
pocket,
only
or-
one who knows this?
Wait.
Keep going.
Yeah,
I've seen it
because-
many times.
Okay, in
But I don't know
Aladdin...
where
I thought you meant you were going to take out the VHS of
No.
the second Aladdin movie out of your pocket.
No, I guess
Okay.
I could do that.
Yeah.
This is the one with Homer.
But no, in like the second Aladdin movie, Jafar comes back and they're all like, "You're a genie. Genies can't kill people because the rules we laid out in the first movie." And he's like, "You'd be surprised what you could survive." And he's just basically like, "I'll torture you forever." So yeah,
yeah.
that was my deep
Just
cut.
keep you on
Aladdin.
the edge.
Also,
of
now that
time.
we're thinking about that movie, didn't that movie, like, the entire movie take place in the courtyard of the castle?
It kind of. I
feel like
only
it was-
remember it being
yeah.
in the palace.
It's,
Yeah.
it's pretty hazy.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
The third movie was great, though.
The movie had Robin Williams again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
And Sean Connery. We've
Yeah.
talked about
The
this.
literal king of the...
Just talked about
That's
this.
incredible.
I feel like last week we were
Not
talking
last
about
week.
Oh my
it was a
God.
couple weeks ago. It's a major inspiration to us, obviously.
So happy. You guys don't get it. I love this movie.
The only song I remember from that movie is Jafar singing about how great he is, and him saying, "My thumb is number one on every list." That's
Same.
the one line.
Same
And
all
each of his
day.
fingers has his own little face on it with a little,
Oh,
like,
right.
swirly, and then his thumb is, like, big smiley thumb.
It's like,
I'm Jafar thumb.
like, what was the point of that? It was like, do you wonder what Jafar would look like if he was, like, overweight and racist?
Right.
Because that's
Very
what
right.
he would look like.
Very right. But, I mean, if I could pull out a portable hole, that would be cool. Or, like, a
Fall for it.
grapple gun.
Sure.
Die.
probably like a dynamite. Probably like dynamite.
Just so many bundles.
We were just talking about genies, and Jimmy is being a classic genie, trying to find the best way where everything good could kill you.
Oh my god, this is him every week.
Yeah, it's pretty much Jimmy is the butcher. I am the baker.
I like robbing banks and killing.
And you just make your own little
Brian's
candlesticks.
the candlestick maker, and Jimmy's the butcher, and we're three men at a time.
How the hell I ended up the goddamn candlestick maker?
It was the luck of the draw, my friend.
It's decided.
Well, I'm the ocean because I accept all of you equally.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
But see, in that scenario, all three of the men died because they were stranded at sea.
I mean,
yeah.
you gotta do what
Makes
you gotta do.
sense.
Yeah.
Bittersweet acceptance.
What would you guys pull out of your pockets?
Well, doesn't the Acme stuff always sort of backfire, though? Real talk.
Only, and this
Only
is
if
my
you're
own
trying to murder
murder
a
a
bird.
bird.
That's true.
This might be headcanon, but
I feel like Bugs used it effectively. In fact, Tiny Toons use it all
I
the
was
time,
gonna say,
right?
yeah.
it's all about if you're the good guy or the bad guy. If you're the good guy, those Acme inventions work pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
Legend says that the Acme equipment can only be used by the pure of heart.
like
It's in our EULA, actually.
Look at the fine print, motherfucker.
Story tells of a sarcastic rabbit. A little bit of an asshole, admittedly, but still a good person.
I don't know why they wrote that detail, but sure.
And an accomplished crossdresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Sexy
contour
rabbit.
on point. Although going back to being the only one in a house full of women, I've been watching a lot of RuPaul and America's
yeah.
Next Top Model. I'm very invested in all of it.
Sure.
Fully invested in who's
It's
winning. and losing.
dramatic. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's incredible.
There was one day where the tea kettle, Kayla, named the tea kettle.
Who?
Is that? I don't know.
Oh, you're talking TK.
TK
Knocking it out of the park.
accidentally, sort of on purpose, watched 2 entire seasons of America's Next Top Model in one day/sitting.
Oh man.
We were like, oh, we'll just watch one. Fuck, it's nighttime.
That opening song is catchy. Is really good. You just wait every episode for that opening song to come back again.
Oh please, yes! I know I pressed play, but I'm so happy.
My friends and I wanted to write a version of that theme song for RuPaul's Drag Race, where instead of saying you want to be on top, it's you want to be the top. Yeah. And then all these people vie to be the top instead of the bottom.
I don't know. I can be a pretty good power bottom. Anyway.
Good for you, then.
Thank you.
It's all in quads, I'm assuming.
I think I would go with...
Way to top from the bottom, you.
That's what they say about Dane. Top from the bottom.
All they say about Dane.
Nobody's ever said anything else. I think I'd do the Acme shit. Just because that would be so much fun. And I'd be able to get places very quickly with
your
rocket skis and rocket skates.
And your Icarus
and my
wings.
Icarus quote-unquote wings.
They made of wax, For winter only.
And then I'd be able to, like, put up a picture of a tunnel, and then it actually turns into a tunnel, right? Like, that's how that works. And just anvils and boulders everywhere. Ugh.
Galore.
It's heaven.
It's like a video game inventory.
Right. Boop, 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 boop. I'm like
you
shuffling through my pocket.
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
the world pauses while you look for it.
That's right.
If only.
Right, yeah, and then like somehow there's like a weird, lingering close up of the thing that you pulled out.
Hyper realistic, really nicely shaded.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that, but it was the best. It was so funny. Yeah, with that little music, it was great. I think my vote is for Acme as well. Only because I'm very on brand and I'm a very lazy person, and this would mean that I would have to move even less.
Stay on brand. Yeah. Stay on brand.
Yeah.
You're like, I want a waffle. Here's a waffle.
I would do that. I would do that 100%. I can't tell you how many times I've been on one side of the room and asked my partner to get me something that I could easily have gotten up to get, and they do it. They enable me so much.
Oh, that's
I'm very thankful for it.
Can you try and tell us how many times?
Today alone must have been like at least a half dozen.
Nice.
Yeah. And like
that's 6.
What's even worse is that I'm so lazy. Yep. I forget to eat. And
so lazy you don't even.
There have been times where I'm just like working on something and then Jordan would tap me on the shoulder. Jordan, my partner, would tap me on the shoulder, and then it's like a plate of food, and I'm like, I feel like a dick. But thank you. I feel like such an asshole.
But your asshole would thank you later.
That's true. My chocolate starfish.
Because then you get to push stuff through it.
Talk about staying on brand.
Jimmy, go ahead.
It's Acme. I'll pull a chocolate starfish out of my pocket, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
But whose buttholes were they when you pulled them out?
No, he's saying literal chocolate starfish.
Damn it, Butcher. Curse you for stealing them chocolate starfish.
You know how Dexter, the murderer, would take a blood sample? Mm-hmm. Not me.
You take their buttholes.
I'm going a different route.
Taking that butt sample.
Mm-hmm. It's really hard to carve a butthole off of someone.
Very, very tense muscles.
It's really more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. Jimmy, decide.
I said Acme.
He said,
I don't ever listen to you.
This is like another ongoing gag. It's like Jimmy clearly answering, and you being like, Jimmy, answer.
Hurry up.
Chop fucking chop, motherfucker.
No, but Jimmy, could you answer though?
Well,
thanks for asking, Dane, but I'll take falling from a height and surviving.
You will?
Really?
Oh, wow.
You're pulling a Dane on us.
Yeah, because like if I could like not die from falls, I would be a hell of a lot less afraid of heights.
Are you one of those Russian teenagers?
What? You want to give that a pass again?
Yeah, I was so furious. I just lost my voice. Yeah, no, you know those like weird Russian teenagers that scale buildings and then post videos of it online and it's really upsetting?
No.
Oh, that's like a whole thing. Well, yeah, because like Russia literally has like a common phrase they tell each other where it translates to "don't be a pussy" because they're like an incredibly hyper-masculine society.
Oh yeah.
And so these kids, girls and boys, will scale unfinished skyscrapers and then like stand on the girders and then also the other group of people who do it, weirdly enough, are incredibly wealthy. Like young adults, like the ones whose parents are billionaires.
Oh, the oligarchs' kids, yeah.
And they do it in like the United Arab Emirates. Because like they're always developing buildings, and there are videos of these dudes wearing like just just my quick estimation, like $3,000 outfits, and then they're just like hanging by one hand, like I don't know, like 3,000 stories up or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Quite
and,
a few.
Yeah, it's upsetting, and my hands get really sweaty.
You know what else?
I would do that, but I would do it in like an honest, hardworking Bruce Springsteen song kind of way, where it's like noble and about America maybe, and there's like an eagle, whatever.
He's a handkerchief in your back pocket.
I'm wearing denim.
Yeah,
all
how much
over,
denim? How much
inside
denim?
and outside.
You're like a war propaganda poster.
America.
Brian has a denim pacemaker.
Oh my god.
Oigevolt.
I mean, I might as well just admit it. I'm actually really into raw denim, so I can answer all denim-related questions. I mean, I walked in here wearing my jeans and my jean jacket with a hoodie to break it up, but it is a Canadian tuxedo. So.
Dig it.
Denim bow tie. You know what else makes my hands sweaty?
Uh-oh.
What's that? Dan?
Love.
Aw, ain't love Gwen.
Oh no.
It really is. I hate baby talk. I hate it so much.
Do your hands get like
really?
hot and sweaty, or do they get like clammy and sweaty when you're in love?
What's the difference?
The temperature. I don't know why I put you
Look,
on
call
this
me,
spot.
look, call me. One on each hand.
Viewers at home, he's holding his arms out kind of wide,
Ah,
like he loves you this much.
this much.
It's Lonely Hearts, folks.
Yay!
Where we love you long time. I don't know. I don't know
Oh
where I'm
my
going
God.
with this.
No.
You know.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Let's take a
The
pivot.
only Asian person in the room.
and I had to pick this day with the Asian person to pull that out. Because
How
I've never
dare
been
Wu.
racist on this show before, Wink.
No.
It's Lonely Hearts, folks.
Keep digging, Brian.
Where I'm going to hell, and we pull people together in the warmth of bliss,
Conjugal,
Yeah.
conjugal visit bliss.
This week on Lonely
I
Hearts.
honestly love this segment.
Good.
This week on Lonely
Here we go.
Hearts. Mine is entitled Sacred and Tantric LTR - Seek My Beloved - Where Are You? Location Anywhere.
Wow.
They go on. I seek a sacred and tantric union, LTR, a sacred sexual union with my beloved and soulmate. Yes, they said sacred twice. I'm at the begin on the path of tantra, so I guess I can call myself a tantrika? Seeking her soulmate, partner, lover, no comma, and companion, with whom together, you and I, can co-create our sacred union as we... Sacred again.
Wow.
You, like me, want to learn together or already have knowledge of Tantra. Am seeking and want to start a wonderful friendship as partners that ultimately will lead to...
Oh yeah, that took you a little minute.
It took them no time at all, clearly. Ultimately will lead to an LTR.
Of course.
Seek someone that has some form of spiritual practice, is STD free, does not smoke, lives like me a healthy lifestyle, is open to monogamous (only)
Okay, two things. I have two things to say.
practice of
are you
tantric
done yet?
explorations.
Are you done yet?
Because I am
done with-
chomping at the bit to shit on this person.
I'm done with that sentence. We're about
Okay.
halfway through.
Oh,
my
wonderful!
God.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Please continue.
Tantra is not only sex, based on sex, it is so much more.
Spiritual.
Building and nurturing a path of and for a wonderful sacred union with deep commitment with an extra T and understanding, loving and accepting each other. Am lately reading and learning more about some ancient history, reading up on Mary Magdalene, how a woman can own her power and help a man and more. Men and women are not the same, so they are equals as humans.
What?
I am environmentally oriented, try to live as much as possible, a green lifestyle, love to learn, work on myself to become the best woman I can be. I don't like to be around trauma, nor angry people. I believe differences can be worked out. Ellipsis? There is so much more to write about. We're getting towards the end. Just for anybody listening, please be around.
Anybody?
I'm sorry. What did you say, Brian? I wasn't listening.
There's so much more to write, and I just feel like I need to mention, parenthetically myself, we're getting towards the end, so yeah. Please be around my age, plus minus a few years, what it is for you, and I would love to hear from you why you are interested in this path and what you hope to find, want, and seek. That was a sentence.
Oh, man.
We are also people.
We are. I mean, we can't argue that, guys. We are also people.
They got us there.
Yeah. A person behind each message. So there goes along with all this also personal preferences, chemistry, wanting to be in love, and so much more. I currently live in the San Francisco Bay Area, but I'm willing to relocate.
Oh.
For Tantra.
For Tantra.
Sacred. I am sincere in my search and will only answer serious replies.
That was women for men?
That was women
That's
seeking
what I
men.
was about to ask. All right.
Damn.
All right. Well,
That's
okay.
great.
Do you know how I know this lady is an Indian?
Oh. Tell us.
Because she is saying the word tantra in a public sphere. Because no self-respecting Indian person would bring that up to strangers in this country.
Well,
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens that we can prove without a doubt the ethnicity of this person because they put it on here.
Oh.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Better than a
Nobody
DNA test if
lies.
they typed it. this person
In blood.
Yeah,
ethnicity,
DNA only has 4 letters.
ethnicity. I don't know if this is picking up on the mic.
Oh, it is.
Ethnicity white.
Whoa!
Ethnicity white.
How could it be?
Who would have thought? Who could have known? Oh man, my neighbor is a super old white
Tantric?
dude. Yes, he's tantric AF. First off, but we were talking, and like to my shock, he starts talking to me as if I was a Native American. Like he mentioned several Native American things, and he mentions that one of his friends and our landlord is part Native American. Which already great. Like she's like a quarter Cherokee, and I was like, well, but like then he kept like saying it like I would understand. And I'm like, do you think that I'm Native American because I have my hair tied back, or like what is the? Because
What's the tipping point
Yeah.
for you, buddy?
no one's ever mistaken me for Native American in like at least 12 years.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest moment.
At least
it felt
to
like
your
I was
face.
in the 90s again. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like demanding that everyone can clock an Indian. Clock an Indian.
Damn it.
Yeah, like can you clock an Indian at 400 meters? Like you don't have to be that good, but like yeah, but then like also how do you think I'm Native American? Like, have you never seen the commercial where that guy is crying about
This kind of.
recycling?
I'm sorry.
He was
sorry to-
Italian.
I know, but like they did cast him for a very real reason.
This kind of reminds me of this Piers Anthony novel I read when I was a teenager, and I thought it was so scandalous because he talked about sexy bits and buttholes. But one of the
Get you Randy, baby.
one of the characters in that book is like he like dresses like in like buckskin and he's like he's trying to definitely like ape an appearance of Native Americanness and like the main character of the book like is totally like oh he's a Native American but like towards the end of the book it's actually big reveal he was actually East Indian the whole time and it's like. At the time, I was just like, I grew up in one of the fucking whitest counties in California before I moved to Anytown, USA. Of
course.
So I was like, oh, that seems plausible. I know nothing about the world. But thinking back on it now, it's like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
No, it would
not at
not.
all.
It would not work.
Yeah.
What is that movie where the white guy puts on blackface and goes to the all black college? Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
right.
That does.
Holy shit.
So I don't know what that
All of
movie's.
me.
That feels like a film.
Lily
that happened.
Tomlin.
The color
Yeah.
purple.
every racist wet dream.
That movie was on Comedy Central, like a daytime Saturday movie,
Sure.
Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
And I turn it on, and I'm like 13, right? And I'm just like, what?
Is this
and,
an
and it's
okay?
like the middle of the movie, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Is that guy? That guy doesn't look black. What?
It's a funny thing.
Good movie.
A funny thing for Americans is that like we actually do find blackface horrific, but a lot of white nations don't,
Right.
Because they don't have that like sort of background of slavery to make it extra horrifying. I think there was like a clip online of this Australian variety show where these dudes came out in blackface and did like a minstrel thing, and they had one American actor. I don't remember who it was, but he was just like a Chris Pines type, and he got like
Square jawed.
yeah, and he got like really angry, and then the dudes were just standing there uncomfortably. And like some of the comments were like, "No, I feel bad for them," and I'm like, "They're standing there uncomfortably in blackface."
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Jimmy, you're thinking of Soul Man?
That's the one.
1986.
It's even got a great title.
It does.
Oh man.
You know,
But isn't that the name of like a comic book character where he was a white guy and he would transform into a black
Oh
man?
my god.
that
Whoa.
sounds. If that's true,
He was like a Luke Cage Power Man ripoff, I think. And he was called like something like terrible, like Soul Man. And he was like, it was still at that time where he was just like, it was like panels of him going, "I'm white during the day, but then when I activate my powers, I am now a black man." And like, they tackled racism in the best way they could, which was not good at all. But it was.
Are you thinking of Power Man?
No. Power Man was Luke Cage.
Power Man is Luke Cage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Side note: the new Power Man Iron Fist book is really good. And it counteracts everything terrible about the Netflix Iron Fist show.
Oh, interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to find love for tantric ladies?
maybe.
Can I vote not me, first off?
Yeah, well,
bet
we've got our second contestant.
We're halfway
good.
through.
Good.
Mine, My Lonely Heart, is titled Victoria's Secret Shopping Trip! 3 exclamation points.
Oh god.
In Portland. 3 pictures are included, all of Victoria's Secret models. Body athletic, and we all know how I feel about people who put their body types. They're usually one notch lower than whatever they say.
Sure.
Which is fine, love yourself. He starts, "Happy Sunday! This is no joke. I want to take someone shopping today." The last time I posted this ad, I received a tremendous response, which led to an extremely fun experience, not only for me, but the beautiful women whom I took shopping. So if you're ready for something a little out of the ordinary today, I would love to fill your drawer with pretty lingerie from Victoria's Secret today. All I ask in return is that you model them for me. Nothing weird.
Oh thank God. Nothing weird.
Just love seeing attractive women like yourself in lingerie. Every time I've done this, every time. The women have... Fuck. The women... No, this is wrong, which is why I fucked it up.
The women do have fuck, though.
Every time I've done this, the women has had a great time too, as their naughty and sexy side comes out with total discretion. What? That's a sentence he wrote. If interested, please list your favorite color of lingerie in the subject line, and thong or panty.
Oh, it's good he kind of expands it.
Also, a body picture of yourself holding something signifying today's date. A lot I know, but need to read out the BS. And then in all caps, must include both or it will be deleted! Thank you.
What? Why is he doing day of?
Does somebody... It's like, is there a ransom involved? What the fuck?
I guess so nobody catfishes him?
Sure. Follow-up question, is this guy like one of those bank account cucks? Have you heard of that?
I have heard of this. I think we've actually talked about this
talked
before.
about this.
Excellent.
But-
oh my god.
Excellent.
I feel so at
I
home in this
approve.
time.
I think
yeah,
he
we
thinks
have.
he's slick.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, no, ladies, you get something, I got something. That's like, I could look up online.
He thinks
in
he's like
1 second.
He thinks he's like a Dorian Gray or something.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my fucking suit and look just as charming as Dorian Gray. Put on my trilby.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, put a little feather in it, and grab my pewter cane. Go about town.
Fake a limp.
Wearing jawed purse.
Dog purse. Oh my god. Maybe later I'll direct a film.
I went
You want to star in it?
It's entitled "Rainbow Sprinkle is my waifu."
my waifu.
My waifu. My friend texted me that the other day. Shout out to Derek Lipkin. He said I thought of a Wii U Borat. He just yells my wife weird people. I was like, I think we've reinvented a meme.
I think the time is ripe for it.
Thank God we can bring Borat back finally.
It's been too long.
Well, it doesn't sound like these two have the same goals in common.
One thing could lead to the other.
No, but one's spiritual and the other's super material, right?
Okay, here's
That
a
is
pitch.
true.
What if Mr. Fancy Money takes,
Mr. Fancy Money.
I'm assuming possibly flexible lady, to
I'm just imagining Flexible
Yeah.
and her having sex
to like
hours.
I'm picturing them going to like a Tibetan gift store, but it's just lingerie. So it's like it's still like the same shitty quality. It's still like with the weird knit fabric.
Oh, I was gonna say like handcrafted knit like hemp fucking bikinis.
Yeah. This is made from the fur of a yak.
Minimally processed.
Yeah.
There's
Yak
actually
was also sexy.
Yeah. And in reality, it's like this was made by a small child in China.
but for real.
Yeah. I feel both.
Fur, real, yak fur.
I feel both equally happy and sad that these Tibetan gift stores are closing down. I feel bad for them because it's their business, but I feel happy because I'm tired of them. I walked by the one near Shattuck when I was still going to college, and literally the guy would just stand outside in the front door every day and just watch people as they go by. And one day he called me to come inside the store, and I said,
Yeah.
"That's weird." I walked in, and then he handed me a portable DVD player and said, "How do I get it to work?"
Oh.
Turns out he didn't close it properly, so that was also bad. That was the extent of his issue. But then also, he clearly asked me out of every student that was walking on the
Sure.
street because I clearly look like the most technologically adept, I guess. So a
Is it
little
the glasses?
insulting. Yeah, but then also I just left him in his empty store watching his DVD. So yeah.
I so remember that place.
Yeah, you know the one. Yeah,
I worked
Down
at I worked at one of the theaters right by there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I heard one. I don't know. This is probably not interesting to anybody, but I heard one time, like after hours, somebody was walking by there, and he was like, "Fucking!" They totally saw him having sex in that shop.
Oh my
Well,
god.
okay, what a way to bury the lead. Because you said fucking, and then you paused, and I was like, he could be actually fucking. Or
was
you were just emphasizing.
He's actually
And then you said fucking having sex.
fucking having sex. He was fucking having sex.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You took me on a roller coaster.
A beautiful, sexy
That's
roller coaster.
incredible. Why would you say that no one would be interested in that?
Sex.
I'm obsessed now.
It's kind of it's a story of local note, you know. The Tibetan goods guy.
Yeah.
Maybe fucked in his
Fucking
shop.
gave someone else
we
Tibetan
should
goods.
hook that guy up with tantric lady.
Oh, there we go.
She would
done
go
it.
for it. She would so go for
She
it.
would totally go for it.
Yeah, she would totally
She
buy.
would love that fake scent of sandalwood.
Exactly. She would buy his fake Tibetan credentials.
Now.
Yeah, she would just like be fucking and then tapping those little finger symbols the whole time, and it would just be great. She'd be like saying namaste all the time. It'll be great. I'm so happy for her, you guys.
I'm like a bodhisattva by association.
Yeah.
Now, when you
Thanks,
walk by, when you
Point
when
of
you
order,
walk
it's
by,
namaste. So
would he like stare you down, like in the eye? Like, would he like?
no, he would just like stare at people and then stare off in the distance the way like old people do.
Very, very inviting.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, that's not how I get people in your
Yeah,
store.
because when I stare off at things, I end up staring at my phone. So, only old people are like, "Oh, this guy's interesting." No, it's not. What are you talking about?
Same one that was there yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think these two people will find love with each other. Honestly,
She might get some, panties out of it. Maybe. But yeah,
she's
probably
not interested in
probably-
panties.
Well, what if they're, earth friendly? I don't know. You're probably right.
I love that you just said might as if the scenario now has shifted to where he's like, try these on, show me. I don't actually have any money. But I do have a camera phone because I'm a fucking weirdo. He rushes out.
Oh
slowly.
god, the fucking Victoria's Secret analog to a dine and dash. What would that be? What would that be?
I used to live with two of my best friends. They were a couple at the time. But the girl would take me and the boyfriend shopping, and she would take us into Victoria's Secret. And I am not a mature person. So one time we were there for a while.
Welcome to the podcast.
And I was sitting there with Michael, and I looked at him and I said, "Would you like to play hide or seek in this Victoria's Secret?" And then he said, "I'd rather not." And I said, "You're it." And then I went and hid, and then we actually started playing. And we did the version where you have to run to base. And that's how we got in trouble. But before that, I tried to walk in. So with Victoria's Secret, I don't know if you guys have been in or not, there's like the dressing rooms, but then there's also this giant kind of like waiting room that connects to the dressing rooms, so that I guess they can make sure that no one creepy just randomly walks in. It's like a very wide space.
Yeah.
So I try to walk into that waiting room and then kind of hide behind like the wall. And the girl was looking at me and she was like, "People aren't allowed back here unless you're trying on lingerie." And I was like, "Definitely not doing that." So I apologize. I'm playing hide and seek. And she went, "What?" I'm sure you can guess by this story, but I got laid all the time.
Yeah, you did. Every right turn you made. There's more sex for me.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah. I think I was wearing a Mario t-shirt. All right, so...
A lingerie of its own kind.
Yeah. Mario
Try to
Jure.
decide if it would have been better if it was Nintendo Mario or the guy who founded the free speech movement at Berkeley. That's who I thought of.
Deep cut.
Thank you very much.
Deep cut. There's a lot of... There's at least maybe one person, Stephanie Ed, who's laughing at that.
Oh, good. Hi, Stephanie.
She's 100% listening.
Yeah.
Great.
Like, I said that sarcastically, but it was for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Yay.
So,
We are 2/5 through this podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm kind
Don't
of
be.
I'm a segue maniac.
It's good.
it's good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So no love here is what
Nah,
we've...
that's fair.
Nah.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em, but
Yeah.
don't.
I can't feel the love tonight because it ain't there.
Okay. Our next Would You Rather usually comes from that place of despair and love, also, conversely, Reddit. But I thought we could throw it to our friend and neighbor, Tirumari. So
Cool.
you got something for us?
Yeah. Well, I have two, and one
Oh.
was silly and one was serious. And now I'm thinking I want to do the serious one because I actually want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I've been thinking about this recently, where like for some reason I've just been angry on all forms of transportation, and it's kind of
Just anytime you're moving faster than a walk, you're
feel
like, God damn it!
Yeah, I'm on Muni, and then that sucks. Also, I got hit by a Muni train a few years ago.
my
So
God.
that's a whole. It's a great opening bit.
Good goddamn.
When I'm on like BART, I hate parts of BART like very intensely when I'm driving.
Bart parts.
Yeah, the parts of BART. I get like road rage nowadays when I'm driving, and so now I'm like wondering if there's anything for me out there. But so here's my would you rather. Would you rather take public transit for free for the rest of your life to get anywhere, but you'd have to leave like 3 hours before the thing started?
Right.
And like exactly 3 hours. That's the
Budget
only
in
way
that
it'll
time.
work. Yeah. Or would you be down to drive everywhere, but your car has no amenities, like no music system, no air conditioning?
Oh, that's my car. That's you.
Oh. Okay.
You just.
So would you rather be Dane or
My car has not had a radio that's worked in
Wow.
over 5 years.
wow?
And I'm just too lazy a motherfucker to fix it. And recently, in the last 6 months, the vents have stuck to
Jesus.
only be defrost,
Christ.
and the windshield's cracked, and the steering is going out.
Yeah.
And the brakes are squeaky.
So what he's saying is Dane's selling his car.
Everyone wants to buy a running car.
Now I don't have a lot of life experience, but I'm gonna assume that driving your car is just like being in a prison cell. That's my gut reaction.
And I just want to be free. Oh.
That's like the most privileged thing I've ever said.
I'm here in Folsom Prison, by which I mean this car.
No escape.
Second
But yeah,
Johnny Cash
I should
reference.
specify, like, this also cuts out, like, phones. Like, you can't play a podcast off of your phone.
Right.
Ryan, you podcast fanatic.
No, I have taken trips.
Dane.
That's also Dane.
Yeah, that's right.
I've taken trips from Anytown, USA to San Diego
Oh.
where that's over an 8-hour drive for
it's
me.
a long drive.
Nothing.
What?
Just me.
Like you're the main character of a Neil Gaiman novel? I'm rereading
right.
American Gods, so...
Good. I want to. Yeah, I would narrate my own trip as if I was a documentarian or a fucking tour guide.
Oh my god.
And all right, you'll see the ancient waterways of the previous peoples of this land. And then ask myself questions and things.
That sounds exhausting.
And I'd sing a lot.
Yeah.
And
Why did that happen again?
why did that happen?
What? Maybe I missed the beginning part of what you said.
My radio has not worked in over
But you didn't have
5
your
years.
phone either?
At that point, I had a flip phone.
The dark times.
I see.
Before the rebellion.
Yeah. That's... I can't imagine. I mean, to be fair, I can't give you too much shit, because there are times where I will literally pause the music or the podcast I'm listening to while I'm driving to loudly work out a bit. Like a crazy person.
Sure. You're just screaming at yourself.
Yeah, and I'm
you
doing
be your own
the
heckler.
specific reactions and like the delivery, and I'm like trying to. So I'm saying the same thing over and over again because I'm like, what sounds better? And then I always make eye contact with someone.
Can you give us a little bit?
I have this new bit where I'm talking about. Like, what's up with that one guy in a group of friends where when dolphins are brought up, he like leans in and he's like, that dolphins rape, right? And so I had to
Any excuse to bring up rape.
And so I rehearsed that delivery of that line. Just like, that dolphins rape, right? Like, that. And then there's like these moments where I'm like, I'm so glad my windows are closed. Because I've said this 40 times.
Dolphins rape, right?
Dolphins
rape, right? Dolphins rape, right?
But also, as an aside, what is up with that guy? Because we
is
all
up
know
with
that
The
dolphins
screen,
rape.
man.
Yeah.
We all know it because we all also have the internet. So anyway, fuck that guy.
Some of us
With a
have,
dolphin.
some of us have swam with the dolphins and learned.
Stare deep into their blowholes.
Their tiny black little eyes.
Like a shark's eyes.
I'll say that this is like my journalist version of "Is this on the record?" If we're gonna discuss one of my bits, I might use any of these lines. So
Hey,
Fair enough.
saying.
hey, we'll want 5 cents every time you use one.
That's such an inefficient and like a
Inefficient.
hassle. That's a hassle of a payment.
50 years later,
Yeah.
20 cents!
It's like when Muni was like, you know how Muni fare is $2? Instead of making it $3 or any sort of easy denomination, we're gonna make it $2.25, and you need to have exact change. And the entire city was like, why did you do that to us?
Don't, please don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would do my own car because 3 hours is fucking
That's a long time.
long
is a
time.
long
What if you
But-
need to go 10 minutes away?
Now, Brian is the only one here who actually uses public transportation to any real extent.
Oh wow.
Because I don't know how to drive.
Yes,
okay.
Brian's a holdout.
37.
You're
You
a billion
live in
years
an
old. We
area.
all know.
You're right. I lie about my age. I say I'm 37 because it's so much more sexy than 5 million.
I mean, you're at the right moment, right? We got self-driving cars around the corner, quite literally.
Right around the corner.
Well
yeah.
It's gonna
done.
steal
Well
it.
done.
It's at the window. It has a gun.
It has human eyes.
If self-driving cars were an option, but zero anemones.
Yes,
No
definitely.
It's a
enemies in
self-driving
that
car
No
that can't
anemones.
drive
No
itself.
anemones.
And by extension, no clownfish. Oh. So you win there.
It won't sting you or make you laugh.
Or make you cry. Finding Nemo, anyone?
Yeah.
Disney paid me, I'm sorry.
Lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd take a self-driving car with zero amenities.
Amenities?
My God! Amenities.
Manatees.
No manatees.
Manatees.
Amenities.
No sea cows.
No underwater animals.
None. This car is not a carpool.
Brian is a marine racist.
Marine cyst.
I've got my reasons.
Oh, shit.
The whales know what they did. They ate all my food because they're big.
The orca would throw rocks at me as I walked to school.
Talk about a
The
killer
tiny
whale.
little flippers.
Yeah.
A mantis shrimp
speeds.
said something cruel to me in the boys' shower.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was...
What did they say?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but orcatons truly hurt me.
Truly.
They bruise my soul.
Can you imagine an orca bully wearing a Letterman jacket? Because that looks perfect in my head.
Oddly, I can, and it has like sort of like a blonde, like kind of, I don't know.
Interesting.
What did that orca wear in Street Sharks? Because there was an orca guy.
Oh,
Also,
you're
was
talking...
he black? I'm trying to remember, and I feel like that would be racist.
Are you talking about
if he was.
I feel like
Slamu?
that would be racist.
Slamu? Yes! Slamu! He was the shit. Man, Street Sharks is great.
Jossum. I think that the great thing about the public trans though is it's free, and the car thing isn't free. Now cars are hella expensive.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, that was the secret point of the question, is to find out which one of you is rich.
None of us. We're doing a podcast.
We have a one-digit amount of patrons.
Oh man, all I want to do was Robin Hood.
We
your
love
asses.
you both. Yeah, but I like 3 hours is an exorbitant amount of money.
So much
And a lot of
Money is time, so time is money. So
I actually picked that number because there was a point where it took me 3 hours to get somewhere once
I believe you.
because of a collection of delays. It was terrible.
I have a second job in the city that I budget an hour and 15 to get to where I need to go. Brian, how long does it take you to get to work?
Like about 30 minutes.
No way.
Yeah, I mean,
You're right off the stop. Right?
if I have the wind at my back, yeah, about 30 minutes.
That's great.
The wind at your back on the train?
Metaphorically speaking,
It's a convertible train.
if the train
Top down on that train.
if the train doesn't suck, and if the people on the train don't suck, which will make the train suck, if
The wind is what Brian calls his tantric friend. Who is at his back.
No, I'm-
he's got a rat tail and he's got some tribal tats.
Or
He
maybe
lives in
you're,
his car.
or maybe you're talking about the fart part of Bart. The fart part Bart.
Oh, the Bart farts?
Bart part.
Yeah, the Bart farts that have a place in my heart.
Yeah, right next to the tarts. You guys play Mario Karts?
God, Jesus Christ.
I think I would actually take public trans because of the cost.
Really?
Yeah, because of
yeah.
the cost. And also there's something, and maybe I can only say this because I have the luxury of the option of car or public trans, but I kind of like the walks to and from public trans. It's like the only activity I do, and I kind of get to know the neighborhood a little bit better.
Well, I get his point because I don't. Like, I only leave the house for comedy. Pretty
And
much.
it's hilarious when you leave the house.
I'm pretty great. I fall down the steps
Bananas
every time.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Just fucking bananas
Yeah.
littering the walkway.
I do like a Dick Van Dyke tumble.
I was thinking
any bush that I see.
just thinking of that.
I love that show.
Oh,
Unironically, I
he's
love
an
that show.
adorable man.
Yeah.
Brian, what are you thinking?
Oh God, I think I'll take the car thing just because 3 fucking hours, and I work in the morning. I don't have to wake
Sure.
up. I don't have to. Like I have to wake up at like 4. I don't know.
I was gonna drive across the bay even today, and then I was like, "Hey, fuck it." And then instead, I just got stared at by a group of Indian programmers, so that was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
They're like, do we know you?
Yeah, they were like, "What's your deal?"
What's
And yeah, and then I'm like, "Well, at least I know yours." So
I got you pegged.
yeah, I see your gingham shirt tucked into your khakis. I know what you're about. And I mean, I'm planning on soon entering your industry, so let's hope it doesn't rub off. But oh god, if you guys
sounds
see me in
kinda
that
sexy.
outfit, kill me.
You heard it here first,
Yeah.
everyone.
Jimmy might. I can't kill people.
Oh,
Jimmy, go.
Fucking could.
We know.
I think I'm
Charged.
taking.
It's all charged in here.
I think I'm taking regular cars because even though I don't think you said explicitly, I'm assuming that I'm inferring that if you have public transit, can't drive a car ever. So I'd be stuck in the Bay Area because
Yeah.
they haven't built those hyper fast tubes yet.
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be an either or scenario. Yeah.
Those fucking hyper tubes though. Have you fucking seen those tubes? Oh my god.
Bazinga.
Yeah, I get weirdly like
Don't get gross.
Yeah, it's like you peed a little in the tub when you said that word.
Yeah.
That word I'm not going to repeat.
Yeah, that was hyper offensive.
Zinga.
Fuck you.
Oh man, I've been doing a lot of shows at like nerdy conventions, and there was one time where a comedian on stage shit on The Big Bang Theory, and the audience joined in and like applauded. But there was this one really nice girl who was like kind of my anchor during my set. She was like really supportive, laughed a lot, really nice, and she got sad. She didn't get upset or defensive. She just got sad, and she heard me cheering and clapping.
Yeah.
And so she turns to me because I'm sitting near her, and she goes, "You don't like Big Bang Theory either?" And I'm like, "Well, now I don't know what to say."
I like it for you.
Yeah.
I like that you like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, hey, enjoy it. It is a bad show, though. The writing is very poor.
Jimmy, answer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm taking cars. I don't know if I finished my thought. I'm taking cars, though.
Oh, wow.
I honestly
It really is a
didn't know.
thing.
No, he actually did. He did actually answer
he
cars.
answered, yeah.
We
Okay,
did it to
good.
him again.
Tirumari, go for it.
So yeah, I was thinking about it
and then
myself.
Jimmy can go.
It's like, I know you're playing into it now. It's cool, though. It's cool.
If Brian had a physical reaction just now.
It's okay. It's going to be okay. Tiamari, please.
Okay, so I'm thinking about all the things that I would do on public transit. And if I can't have amenities in the car, including my smartphone, I think I would still take the car because I'm hoping for self-driving cars soon. I'm like this weird evangelist about it for no reason. I have no skin in the game.
Nothing invested
I
in
have
it.
zero connection to any of it, but I'm so excited about it. It's going to be this century's penicillin. And I mean that
It's
sincerely.
going to be incredible.
I mean,
Yeah, the self-driving
yeah.
car network is going to save... Anyway. I'm
yeah.
not even doing a bit. I just get weirdly passionate about it. Anyway, but
Gotta
yeah.
have your passions.
I would take the car because if nothing else, I think it would be a fun time with other people. Like just
Oh.
talking, building stories, having
Wow.
fun. You know. Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah, I actually have been finding that there's actually a lot of fun in going to shows that are far away because then I can find out if any other comics are going.
Yeah, and
Carpool
then-
with them and then make best friends.
And form community.
Yeah.
Well,
Wonderful.
Yeah. In fact, now that I think about it, went down to Santa Cruz with a comedian, and we didn't use any sort of media. We just talked the whole time. It was great.
beautiful.
Yeah, and then we're good friends.
Well,
Our boyfriend's gonna take my headshots.
we just answered that would you rather.
Yay.
Great. So now, with no amount of time, Dane's going to get on my ass about a segue. Is how this always happens. We have company, Dane.
It's now time.
It's time for Marry Fuck Kill.
Okay, good. We did it.
Dane, don't demean me in front of the Tirumari.
Dane's like, I have this whole bit about fucking Jimmy being slow, and I'm like, fuck you, Dane. Cut your shit right.
Show me
Challenge
what's four.
me. All right.
Show me what's three.
Marry Fuck Kill. Choose one and only one
Oh,
for each thing. 3
Instructions.
choices.
I'm glad you made that
But yeah,
clear.
can you just explain Marry
We
Fuck Kill?
have a guest.
Don't act up for company.
You're worried he's going to cheat, is what you're saying. You're worried TMR is going to cheat, is what you're saying.
Man, I'm the cheateriest.
Glad you guys put out the good China microphones. The microphones that are made of really ancient Chinese porcelain. For my sake.
The good hot tub china.
Water resistant.
All
Just what you
China
want.
is-
Unlike ordinary China. They're just
Now I want
disintegrate.
to pay
Soaks it all up.
like a Chinese artisan to make like a carefully sculpted red Solo cup.
Those exist.
Yeah, but like I want it at like a dynasty quality.
Yeah.
like a
there
thing
you go.
that would last in a tomb forever.
Oh, God.
I want people to find it thousands of years later.
In the hand of one of those, like, clay soldiers. It's like, they were at an ancient kegger,
Yeah.
preserved for
They knew how to
millennia.
Yeah. Oh man, these
With
ancient
honor.
soldiers were cool. They were tight.
All right, so this week's edition for Marry Fuck Kill, we have Pac-Man, the Centipede from Centipede, and Donkey Kong. Go.
Fuck. Go. You know what? I got it already.
One of them's got a dick.
I got it already.
Which one? What?
Donkey Kong.
I guess
Does he?
probably, maybe.
He's a gorilla.
I actually have my full answer. If you want me to just answer right now.
Let's go through some pros and cons.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. You might even change my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I dare you.
Pro and or con, Donkey Kong maybe has a dick.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
does have a family.
He has a family.
Later.
Yeah.
They could be adopted.
I mean,
Don't tell
okay,
them.
Don't quote me
tell-
on this. I do have a degree in biology, so I maybe should know. Maybe I shouldn't. But I feel like gorilla genitalia is still pretty retractable. So what I'm saying is that we can, I think, assume that Donkey Kong is
a gorilla though? Is he a gorilla?
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
Donkey
a
Kong's a
gorilla.
gorilla.
I think he's a gorilla.
Now, I'd like
Oh
to...
yeah, you might not remember this about me, but I'm obsessed with the Diddy Kong Country franchise,
Okay.
and Diddy Kong is my favorite character, and I dress as him a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
So-
I've seen lots of you as Diddy Kong. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So I was informed by a listener and also my brother.
In
Were
that
these
order.
two separate people, or is that the same person?
Same person.
You're a listener first, and your family second. In this house,
My brother has informed me that gorillas have insanely tiny penises.
They're pinky sized.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a bunch of beta cucks. Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
Favorite
Well,
joke.
I know who I'm not fucking.
This alt-right idiot that I've been dealing with for a year finally took. I've been sharing a lot of I share a lot of political stuff on Facebook, and sometimes I write like commentary on it, and sometimes I'm sincere, and then sometimes I word it because I know it'll piss him off, and I know he'll see it. And he took the bait today. And the best part was that I think he still thought I was ready to have a real conversation with him, but it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I just kept calling him a cuck, and he was furious. It was the best feeling in the world.
See, that's how he tries to make community and also spread hate.
Yeah, he's super racist, so fuck him. But like, anyway.
There's a guy I know. I won't name names because they're not listening. But he knows a guy that's like very anti-gun control, and this guy that I'm friends with is very pro-gun control, and they get into these incredible Facebook arguments, but clearly neither of them is budging.
Yeah.
So what is the point? But like, I'll constantly see like one of them post like, "Oh, this thing happened," and they'll tag the other one like,
Oh.
"See,"
Oh, yeah.
and that's forever
Yeah.
my life.
I try not to do that because I know that's like the next level of petty that I can't come back from. But like, I mean, yeah, like it's a good point. Like, why even continue arguing with this brick wall? I do it because one, I have anger issues, but two, I actually have gotten like private messages from like people of color or like other comedians who are like, I'm too nervous to say this, and I'm glad you're saying
it's
it.
a good thing. I thought you were going to say private messages
no.
from dudes being like, "You're a piece of shit."
No, the Nazis are very, and they're literal Nazis. I'm not exaggerating. Have like are just very happy to call me out in public.
Sure.
I call one of the Nazis that I dealt with called me. I think he called me either a cuck-faced beta or a beta-faced cuck.
It's
think
my
it's cuck-faced
favorite
At that point,
air quotes legitimate insult. It's
Yeah.
just so good.
Yeah, I made
like-
fun of his dead eyes. I said he had dead eyes, but then also at the same time crazy eyes,
Crazy dead eyes?
like a dead cow who had mad cow disease.
oh my god.
And he got very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You
also,
know who's very pro gun control? The Centipede from Centipede.
oh, sure.
Because he gets shot.
Yeah.
He'd want a lot of things to.
Way to bring it back, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so with the Centipede, we're talking. Even though I'm still not budging in my answer, I'm willing to debate this. Centipedes, I guess they have like the 100 feet.
They've got
Yeah.
They've got a centi of
Yeah,
them.
I'm sure that's a unique tactile sensation for bestiality enthusiasts, really. But
Well, and the Centipede from Centipede gets longer. He just keeps getting longer.
However,
Same.
Pac-Man, all mouth.
He's all mouth.
All mouth.
Yeah.
And he's got a girlfriend.
yeah. Actually, should we specify? Do we do classic Pac-Man or do we do weird, creepy, modern Pac-Man? Or
Whichever
do we do
one you want, man.
Pac-Man
the
2,
Smash Brothers
The New
Pac-Man.
Adventures. Pac-Man.
Okay.
Specifically. No, not specifically.
Pac-Man,
But
This podcast or that's podcast. The Smash Brothers character of Pac-Man is actually a pretty good balance between classic and modern.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, they like wrote a whole thing about it.
Or the Pac-Man from the weird cartoon on Netflix about Pac-Man and his Pac-Man
see,
world.
3D
that's
one?
the bad one.
There's also one. There's also one
he's
from
just
the
scary.
80s. Like there's
Oh.
one in the 80s, yeah. And like they all
Mr.
had
Pac-Man.
all voiced, and there were their whole Pac family.
Right.
Man, have you guys... I know I said it
Feels like
just
a
as,
fever dream.
as a joke just now, but have you guys played or seen anyone play the Super Nintendo Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures?
No.
Where it's a Pac-Man game. You don't play as Pac-Man. You play as you. And you have a slingshot. And you're trying to get an irate Pac-Man through a sort of real world of obstacles and other shit
What?
to, like, do things and complete tasks by hitting things with your slingshot.
Okay.
And it's not good, but it's one of my favorite games.
Does he like move through the level like a lemming, or does he?
Well, he kind of you can kind of sometimes not like he'll stop, but like because it's like a more of a puzzle game.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's these bees, and Pac-Man doesn't want to walk past the bees, but
Nobody
you gotta
does.
trick them.
Nobody
So you
wants
gotta
to
get
walk
rid of the
past
bees by
bees.
hitting a hay bale with your
This-
slingshot or something. Like,
This feels like a pre-existing game that was like, maybe they already kind of knew it was half-baked, and then they're like, this isn't really
Yeah.
gonna go
How
anywhere.
are we going to
What
sell this?
Pac-Man
Well,
to move
how
into.
can we resurrect this
Yeah.
this dead dog?
Like a
I know. Put 3,000 volts of Pac-Man through it. That'll get it going.
Like a shitty animated film, and they're like, well, we've got $10,000 left. Let's just throw it at a big A-list actor and have him voice something.
Yeah.
We'll sell the movie.
And if we can't get an A-list actor, Charlie Sheen.
And if we can't get Charlie Sheen, Pac-Man.
Waka, 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 waka.
Oscar nomination.
There we go.
Well, I think... what was it? It was Pac-Man, Centipede,
Donkey King.
We have talked about all three.
Jordan would show me the meme that Donkey King is from. the Jeopardy pictures, like the Who is Donkey King, Who is Princess Zoldo.
Yeah.
Because they knew it actually pissed me off.
Oh.
I would just get mad. I'm like, why do you not know who Donkey Kong is? It's fine if you haven't played the games, but how do you not
even
know?
know.
And then you're on Jeopardy somehow?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Go ahead, give us your take, since
My answer-
none of what we said swayed you at all.
My answer is this. I'm going to start with the fuck because I feel like it's the most towing the offensive line. I feel like Pac-Man can suck a good dick. That's all I'm saying.
All
That's
mouth.
all I'm saying.
He's got them DSLs.
So
yeah.
I would fuck Pac-Man first off. I would marry Donkey Kong because, for the listeners, I am a slight, tiny Indian man who picks a lot of fights. I have a bad attitude problem. I pick fights with people in public, and I've still never got into a public fight.
Hey,
like
congrats.
people who definitely wanted to kill me. I think they're just constantly thrown off by a weird tiny nerd starting shit with them. But anyway, what I'm saying is Donkey Kong could protect me.
Yeah,
I could start shit, and then my husband would come in.
and do that ground pound technique.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, we're okay. You're
throw some barrels at him.
So I think that'd be great. I would kill the centipede. Not really out of any sort of hatefulness to the centipede, but to be fair, the centipede committed a war crime by trying to invade. So that's
damn.
really just the law of the land.
Okay.
Just going with America's past. There it is.
Well said.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's imminent domain, Centipede. We got to expand into this mushroom field in 4 colors.
Just let us bring democracy to centipedes.
Mission accomplished.
See, I would fuck the centipede.
Okay.
Oh,
Because if you shoot him in the middle, he becomes 2 centipedes. And if you shoot him again, he becomes 4 centipedes.
Oh, no.
And then I could just get railroaded
Yeah.
by a big fucking group of centipedes.
What do you-
Boy.
You want a
What are you
centipede
shooting
arrow.
them with?
And then we could all do
Hi, I'm
mushrooms.
Dane. I'm on my way to anime school. And there are all these centipedes that are in love with me, but I'm uncomfortable with it.
We're all gonna do mushrooms together.
Oh.
and then we'll see where it goes.
I hope Centipede Senpai notices me.
And then I think I would probably
A centipede is the perfect shape for an anime body pillow. Just by the way, you don't have to change anything.
I think I would marry Donkey Kong also.
Okay.
Because he's a funky, fresh dude.
Marry me, daddy. Listen, that's just for the listeners. That wasn't for me, that wasn't for anyone else.
I bet he gives really firm hugs. Just really, just and we could go swinging.
Yeah. Also, actually, he has a dope bachelor pad, too.
He's
He's got the TV, the fucking video games, the tire swing.
barrel-based technologies.
Yeah.
And then I would kill Pac-Man because I don't want him to eat all my food. And that's all he does. It goes waka, 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 eating all day long. And the pills would get to be a problem, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
if I loved him, no, yes.
I knew I was choosing this today.
And that's what I would do. kill Pac-Man, marry the monkey, and just run over by that centipede.
I just thought of another reason why I should marry Donkey Kong. I don't know why I'm thinking about. No, actually, I know exactly why I'm thinking about so many reasons. It's because I have issues. But yeah, I when I untie my top knot, my hair looks like Donkey Kong's.
Oh,
So
very cool.
because you know how spouses after being married for a while look like each other more and more.
Right.
I'm
you've
already
been
on my
married
way.
to him in your heart for so long.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We have promise rings made out of the same rings that you put around barrels. So it's really
Beautiful.
appropriate.
That's beautiful.
Donkey Kong made it for us.
Anybody else want to go?
Yeah. Me, sir. I'll kill.
You there in the front.
A gentleman.
I'll kill the centipedes because I'm not down with that. Not down with that 100 leg biz. If only I had a foot fetish. If only.
So many spiky little feet.
I
If
would.
only I had this specific fetish.
If only it would be so good for me
had a
in my life. I would.
Yeah, did you just think of a fetish when you said that?
I was just imagining somebody like seeing a psychiatrist being like, could you coach me on this fetish? Because I think it'd just be good for me.
Yeah.
I work at a shoe shop and I look at a lot of stinky feet. If I was like turned on by that, it would just be so good for me.
So my girlfriend wants me to take a dump on her chest. Can you help me come to terms with that?
Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, be a pal. And I think I would fuck Donkey Kong because he's like a hominid. And that's like
Okay, so you would fuck Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong would fuck
Oh
you?
god, that's good. That's a good point.
It's a very
This
valid.
is marry, fuck, kill. So you are doing the fucking.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Even if I'm surrounded by centipedes, I'm still
Yeah.
fucking.
So you're making DK your like 800-pound bottom, and you're gonna hold him by the tie, or by his little tuft of hair. This is getting very graphic.
This is, and nobody's writing this down.
Yeah, I mildly regret.
We're recording it. It's fine. We're recording it.
It's a shame. Yeah. I do donkey.
Donkey style.
I do DK.
Oh shit! You do donkey?
I do donkey. Shit, man, you do donkey. Because he's like an alpha male, and like sometimes in the bedroom he likes to exceed control. That's his kink. And I would marry.
Classic silverback.
I'm not.
That's what we call silverbacking.
It's like it's silverback style when you come on their back.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If it wasn't a thing before, it is now. And I would marry Pac-Man because he's always smiling.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Gay.
And I've had my issues with substance abuse, so we'd have that in common.
That's true. Yeah, you both.
That's actually a heartwarming reason. And I feel bad for teasing you about it. I really like that reason.
It's all good.
We get real sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not today.
Well, just now we did, and then we got right back up. Go ahead.
Emotions make me feel uncomfortable. I still, when I tell my friends I love them, sometimes I do it in a goofy voice. Because I can't. I'm like, I love you guys.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'm a love robot.
Yeah.
Feelings are hard.
Yeah.
What are your feelings,
I want
Jimmy?
to feel Pac-Man with a wedding ring. No, I'm the same as Brian. All my answers.
Really?
Pac-Man's always been there for me,
Why did your voice get so
Jimmy's
high
one of
just
the
now?
little rascals, I think. I think he's one of the little rascals, and he's hanging out with what, alfalfa or whatever. I don't.
That's right.
I don't know.
You got it.
Pac-Man's gotten a little long in the tooth in recent years. But there's some good moments.
Meaning he grew teeth.
Pac-Man. Yeah, absolutely, that's true.
I hate that phrase, long in the tooth. I'm just imagining super long teeth.
Like that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa didn't get braces.
And your teeth
And
got
there's
long?
a tooth fucking going through her head.
Oh shit.
That's what was real.
Yeah, that's what happens when you age.
Your teeth fucking kill you. And then I'm killing a centipede because man, bugs though.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I'll fuck the shit out of a tie Thai gorilla.
A Thai gorilla.
A classic Thai gorilla.
Because that's
not a tie?
I
We're
think
in a
that's
tie.
a different thing.
Yeah.
I think that you just said that you're a sex tourist.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like
Oh,
it.
no.
Yeah.
It depends on how he spelled it verbally.
That's a good point. Can you spell it in a sentence?
No.
Get off that plane at Bangkok airport. You slip an extra 5 to the taxi driver. So where them gorillas at?
Yeah, we're the sentient, talking hero gorillas.
With a fucking cavalcade of bananas.
Yeah.
Would it loosen your tongue if I slipped you an extra 5?
I don't like those evil, megalomaniacal crocodiles. I don't like them.
Nope.
So our next Would You Rather comes to us from Daniel in San Diego. And Daniel asks,
Hi, Daniel.
whose sidekick would you rather be? Batman or Captain America's?
Ooh. Okay, well, con I think of being a Batman sidekick is that you might totally die.
You'll probably die.
You might
You
be
might
a child.
totally die.
Yeah.
But
Also.
wouldn't the con for Captain America be you turn into a Nazi?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Well, I think
Are we
right now
specific?
the con for Captain America is that he turns into a
Yeah,
Nazi.
that is totally the
And then
con.
you're betrayed.
Yeah.
He's totally a Nazi
Yeah.
now, though, right?
Yeah.
Did that stick?
Well, actually, yeah. Not to be classic Tirumari, but I did see a tweet that I really loved where it was like, have you noticed how right now it's okay for Captain America to have a long-running plot line where he's a Nazi, but there's never going to be a Captain America where he kisses a boy? You know what I mean? Like, he's never going to kiss another guy.
Fucking God.
Probably. But, like, Steve Rogers will probably never kiss a guy in the comics, but he's right now gallivanting around the world as an open Nazi. And that's okay.
Why
Yeah.
is he a Nazi?
Because comic book writers still think that you need a shock to make a good story.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
And that was the last shock they had for him.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it was like I heard it in a positive light that like they kind of wanted.
Great Nazi.
Well, no. Like it was like the no, seriously. That like I mean the way I heard it in a positive light was that Captain America, as Steve Rogers had been retired, and they were trying to like put forward like a new Captain America of color, and there was like a reaction against that, and they're like, no, bring back the white one, the Steve one,
Gotta get
bring him
back
back,
that white one.
and they're like, okay, sure, yeah, we'll bring him back, but you know we were kind of against this, and we kind of think it's resurrecting somebody who's maybe past their time, so they brought him back in this like negative light. He's a Nazi, and I like that's sort of the idea where it's like actually like a transgressive thing. It's not just a shock value thing.
Yeah.
It's like
You nerds.
Yeah, and if that's honestly what it is, I'm
That's
totally
amazing.
in
It's
support.
not a
You
fuck
want your
it's-
hero
it's
so
not-
bad, huh?
It's not a fuck you nerds. It's a fuck you nerds who can't move on with your
Yeah,
goddamn life.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fuck you nerds who want a white Captain America.
Right,
and
right.
God forbid there should be a black one.
Right, yeah, like, fuck you gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Exactly. And so I mean I don't know if that's really the case or not, but that was the argument I heard for it, and I find that interesting.
Yeah, that I really like. If that's the reason, then they also did a bad job of marketing that, I feel.
Well, yeah.
Because this is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And
fair enough.
you've looked into it.
Yeah. These are like two things that I talk about all the time: Nazis and comic books. So the amount of Nazis I've interacted with this past year is so much more
Staggering,
than
huh?
the rest of my entire life.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
guy in San Francisco who that was the guy that I pissed off, the guy with the dead eyes. He lives in San Francisco, and like in his own words, he said, "I quit my job at Oracle, and now I just kind of hang out in my basement and edit my fascist newsletter."
Oh my god.
Those are his words.
It's a step up.
And then he power lifts, so he's just like a ripped guy who doesn't have any social skills.
Or income.
Yeah.
And he reads Captain America all
He's,
day.
He works at Oracle. That's probably a good job.
he's a man who makes good
Have you
decisions.
heard that like report that? Because I've always wondered about how like bullies and assholes they watch like 80s movies or like any movie with like a clear protagonist, and it's like, how do you feel about the asshole in the movie? Because the asshole's clearly you.
Yeah.
Apparently, they just root for him, and they just think Hollywood is like they think it's like a massive film conspiracy where every movie is rooting for the wrong person.
Oh my god.
Such
Why-
a leap.
Yeah, Can you imagine
incredible.
living your life like that?
Why?
It's crazy.
There's this part at the end of Karate Kid when the dark one beats the one with the blonde hair, and everybody's happy. And
There was a guy on Reddit who said that he likes the bully from the Karate Kid.
Oh my god!
He thinks the bully got a bad rep. He legitimately thinks that.
Well, so
it's crazy.
That specific instance might be. There was a video, like detailing why the protagonist rap movie is actually fucking just like shitty, and like, the bad guy probably wasn't doing a good thing right here. Didn't deserve to get physically assaulted. However,
sure. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of problematic elements in that movie. Sure.
The Karate Kid's problematic?
Yeah.
What?
Karate for kids?
Yeah.
What?
Wax on, wax off, huh?
I love how they remade the movie and then they got Jackie Chan, they paid him a ton of money, and then Jackie Chan was like, can you please call it the Kung Fu Kid? Because I'm teaching this child Kung Fu, and in fact I've been doing Kung Fu my whole life.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, fuck you, Jackie Chan.
Take your money.
Yeah.
Just take it. Take your money.
That's like so I'm like the world's biggest Jackie Chan fan, and that kind of just gets me mad once a month. I just think about it and I'm like, fuck movie execs.
You're on the toilet, you're just like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, it's Kung Fu! And then I take it up. It's really 2017.
Shit all that anger out.
You know who knows Kung Fu? Batman.
That's okay. Honestly, I like that you brought it back because I would like to master every martial art.
Oh yeah,
Because Captain America is an incredible fighter, but he doesn't actually know. That's just me being a
because
nerd.
chemicals,
Sure.
right? Like he's just good at it because drugs.
Yeah.
Well, he also he went through basic and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I think I'm.
And he practices with his shield.
Yeah.
But Batman.
Yeah, Batman, like he's got the technology, he's got the nerdy stuff, he's got a science lab. I worked in a lab for a long time. It'll feel like home. Martial arts. Man, yeah, I think this is starting to decide itself. I feel like Captain America might be too much of a goody two shoes.
Yeah, well, there's something
He's
to
a
be
little
said
lectury.
about. There's something to be said about like the emotional abuse of working under Batman, though.
That's true.
Especially if it's Frank Miller Batman.
Oh
yeah.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
It's a dark, gritty Batman right
Why
there.
did he revisit the series and then make them fall in love? That was like the most upsetting thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So have you read the first Dark Knight?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and so that little girl that he adopts is the new Robin. She's
that's right.
sexy in the sequel, and she wears
Is
this
she?
like weird leopard print version of Catwoman's outfit, which is very troubling because
Yeah.
that means that Batman saw her and was like, "You should dress like my old lover."
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then they fall in love, and then she supports him.
man. I've read that.
Frank
and
Miller
I
is
don't
a piece of
remember it.
Frank
I
Miller
remember being very
is a
not
disturbed
memorable.
Well, they
but I
kind
was
of
wrong.
I mean, they didn't like blatantly were like, I love you too. They just like were clearly together by the end of it. You know, like the romance was there and shouldn't have been.
It's a
But
romance.
Frank Miller does hate women, so
Yeah.
there's that whole issue.
He's all about them Lords of Warcraft. Anyways,
So not Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I current Batman is great. Like the Snyder Capullo Batman is really kind and like just really he has his own issues and he cares about. I mean, like the Death of the Family arc was great because it was just the whole arc was just him worrying about all the people that he brought into the Bat family. Like we were talking about, they die all the time.
Yeah.
So the whole arc is just him going like, "Am I just putting children in danger?" And then the answer is kind of like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because you kind of are.
Yeah, but
because
then-
of your lost childhood.
Right, but then they couldn't eliminate the Bat family, so then all of the kids are like, "Well, we'll do it on our own." And then Batman is like, "Don't you do it on your own." And then they're like,
Crazy kids.
Who's gonna stop us? A global superhero? And Batman is like, "I guess I won't."
I guess I can't even control these crazy kids.
Yeah, because real talk, Batman could shut down all of these operations probably in a day.
Yeah.
Because he's Batman.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't, which is weird.
So you would go with Batman, the
think I
current
would.
Batman.
Yeah.
Because he's not as jacked up as.
Yeah.
I
and
feel like
he's got a lot
Frank
of
Miller
angst.
was maybe the pinnacle of the like. Batman's a really fucked up individual.
Yeah. But he does have like some angst because he has to.
Well, yeah, he has to.
And
It's Batman.
that drives him. And
Dark Knight.
I think I'm gonna sound a little arrogant here, but I think my angst drives me too.
Hey.
Why are you with Nazis
That's very
on Facebook?
introspective of
Because
you.
I can't stop.
Yeah.
So, and I won't, and it'll be my burden, and everyone will leave me, and then I'll be old in my mansion fighting Nazis on Facebook. Okay, that'll be my Batman.
Hey, know thyself, and to thine own self be true.
Thank you. That's my answer.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Man, Batman's...
Also, I really like falcons. They're a cool bird, so I'll base my... because all of the kids are birds.
Right.
And Batman is the bat.
Bat and birds.
Yeah.
I was thinking...
Nightwing's like an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the stuff I
I
think
never
about.
put that together.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you brought that up because of the Falcon in Avengers.
Oh.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's Marvel again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair counterpoint, but I wouldn't be working for the Falcon, so
Yeah.
I still say Batman.
I think I'd go with Captain America so I could be friends with Tony Stark. And have...
But he and Tony don't get along so well.
Have you seen Civil War?
I'd be that bridge.
Have you heard of the Civil War?
Steve
Confederate sympathizer?
Exactly. Steve Rogers would be all like, you know, well, I saw you wearing blue with that Tony Stark. I ain't gonna come to that.
Oh my god.
You get off my land.
I did think it was very troubling that Tony Stark gave Spidey his own suit.
Yeah.
Because that's giving a lot of power to one man that you don't really know. Like, we know Tony Stark, so we're like, oh, that's cute, he gave Pete a suit. But if you were Pete, you should have been like, why are you doing this?
What's in it for you, buddy?
Yeah, can you shut down my suit at any moment?
Are you in control of me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you guys are kind of convincing me to go Batman, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go Batman.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, come over to our side, man.
Well, your side so far.
It's Batman.
Yeah.
He's just like, it'd be more... I feel like I'd have more fun and live on more danger.
The villains are better.
Yeah.
They're better at killing, also.
And Batman
Maybe.
is like kind of past his like golden age speak, but Captain America still retains it. So if you sidekick for Captain America, he'd be like Jimmy, my boy, or Dane, young Dane.
Do we
Young
have
Buck
to be children
Dane.
again?
Yeah. He'd like use all these like weird 50s isms, and you're like, why?
Well, sport.
Wait, I just
Or 40s isms.
remembered about Batman Beyond. I want to be Terry McGinnis.
Yes. Yeah.
I forgot about Batman Beyond.
Fair.
Fucking love Batman.
Yeah,
Beyond.
you can warm Bruce Wayne's old cold heart,
Fucking cockles.
make him finally
Get all up in
care
those
about you.
cockles.
Cuckles.
What is this? Fuck, marry, kill?
Always underneath it. It's would you rather's, but it's really fucking.
I kind of wish I knew my Captain America better because it feels like I know a lot more about Batman. Like I was much more into Batman as a youngster, as a tyke. I more like probably like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, like I don't know. Like there are things to be said for like Steve Rogers. Like there have been times where he's been like at odds with like America and like, you know, war on terror bullshit. And that's very interesting, I think, when they do that, when they do it right. But yeah, I don't know the material that well, and like I think it's easy to do Captain America poorly. I mean, he's a fucking Nazi now, you know, so like, you know.
Yeah.
There you go. That
What are you
wasn't
gonna
too
do?
far from the tree. The Nazi tree. Yeah.
Oh, Nazi
Plant a
tree.
Nazi.
I
Watch
think
it
I'd
grow.
have to. I think I'd have to choose Batman too.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was that arc where they like met all of the future Captain Americas because they had to find Steve Rogers because he was lost in time, which is a stupid premise. But like, when
Where is he?
Comics
Yeah.
are
He
weird.
was here a minute ago.
Carmen Sandiego, but like what I liked was that the two like really future Captain Americas were both really tall, which makes sense. But then one was an Asian dude and the other was a Latinx woman. And maybe I'll be their sidekicks, I guess. if we
There
came
you
down
go.
to that. But yeah. Yeah. I really like that.
Done. We are unanimous.
We don't
Batman wins again.
He gets every time.
Even though, unless I'm just wrong, sometimes when we have a guest, we have ties that could never happen otherwise. I don't think that happened today.
No, it didn't.
Oh yeah, that's the risk.
Good.
Huh?
It was all very
We
one-sided.
had very unanimously decisions.
Well, we're in the glasses crew.
Yeah.
The glasses.
Every
facial
single
hair
one of
crew.
us
Yeah.
fogged the hell up because of this hot tub.
Wow.
If this tub's a steaming, don't come a reaming.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
I mean,
I don't know.
No, I agree and support that.
I think that was
You're at face value telling people not to assault you.
Yeah.
that was written in my trapper.
I was
keeper.
gonna ream you, but I saw your tub of steaming, so maybe some other time.
I'll go.
just let myself out.
If you change your mind, just turn down the steam a little. I'll be right over here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Ready to ream.
Keep that in mind.
I'll just be in the bushes like I usually am.
Uh-oh.
Well, everybody, that has been our podcast for another week.
Yay.
Tirumari, thank you for joining us here in the tub.
Do you have
Thank you,
shit you want to
Tirumari.
plug?
Yeah, tell us about your shit.
Sure. So I am one of the founding members of Komedio, the Komedio Comedy Network. We're a bunch of nerdy stand-up comedians. We also do like sketch and spoken word and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. We've been performing at like conventions, so you might see us at a con near you. I just can't announce it yet. But we also have a monthly showcase in the city. So that'll be May 27th is Literary Pop, which is a spoken word show. And then I'll be doing a show at Comics Outpost, a comic book store on Ocean Avenue in San Francisco. It'll just be stand-up. That'll be June 9th.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, and then I'm the only Tirumari that exists. So if you Google my first name, my mom made up the name. So I'm actually
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm actually the only Tirumari that exists in the
Man.
world. So if you Google my name, you can find me. So find me. I'm on everything.
And she knew you'd want that fucking branding.
Seriously, it's been very convenient.
You're on Twitter too, right?
I'm on Twitter as Tirumari. I'm on Facebook as Tirumari. I'm actually on Instagram as Tirumario. Because an Eastern European lady named Mari Tirukova took Tirumari.
What a jerk.
I follow her. I like her images. I found her on Facebook. I tried to message her. I don't think she speaks English.
Oh, okay.
So-
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm all like, hey, I like your art. And she's all like, panakuchen? And it's like, what? Oh, sure, whatever.
I love panakuchen.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Similarly, I once tried to start a Let's Play channel with a friend of mine called Fart Party, and we got a lot of socials down, but not Twitter. There was somebody on Twitter who had Fart Party at Twitter, whatever, at Fart Party, but like they would not respond to us.
That could be Julia Wirtz. Like,
No.
she's a cartoonist, and her first two collections of comics
you
were
know
The
what?
Fart Party.
You know what? I fucked up. We were not Fart Party is Julia Wirtz.
Yeah.
We were called Fart Friends.
Oh,
I fucked all the way up. Julia Wirtz is fucking great.
Well,
Yeah.
fart friends aren't as cool as a fart party.
It's
no.
not. Fart Party is fucking taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at the PJC
Taskmaster.
Cast. Gotta
Yeah.
keep this podcast a bubbling.
Tub of bowl.
So follow us at the PJC Cast on Twitter. Send us your Would You Rathers there. You can also send us Would You Rathers at the PJCcast at gmail.com. Even if you only have the halfies. We like all Would You Rathers.
Has
in
anyone
all
ever
forms.
sent us a halfie?
No, but people have told me halfies that I have squirreled away in my
Fucking
cheeks.
halfies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it already sounded a little racist, and then you said it like that.
I was gonna say it sounded kind of lewd. Did anybody else think it sounded kind of like an obscure
I got
sex
fucking
act?
halfie right now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we call those like half chubs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was definitely
We
going...
all do, okay?
All of us.
All of us do.
So say we all.
All of us.
We're all men.
All of us Americans.
Find us on Facebook. We've got stuff coming out
Like podcasts.
all the time. Podcasts.
Every
Sure.
Tuesday. If it's a Tuesday and you're listening to this, thank you.
Yeah. If it's not a Tuesday, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Oh, I should also. I feel like your listeners are probably gonna be down for this. I run drinking video game tournaments in the city.
Oh, there you
With
go.
the Super Trash Brothers, and we actually have a really huge one. We have the Drunk Half-a-Lon every month, where you can compete with your friends and win money. But there's also drinking jar rules. The golden jar rule is that you can't call them anything but jar rules. So, yeah, you should come check it out. June 24th is going to be our big one at Piano Fight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love piano fight.
Yeah.
Yes, that's us in a hot tub. My name is Dane. My name is Brian.
And I'm Tirumari. Hello.
We got more extravagance and went down the line.
What a delightful whist!
So everyone, have a good night and get home safe.
Quite.
Pip pip cheerio.
This is the part where Brian says something, usually.
Hey, if you're having tea with the queen, maybe don't hog all the sugar cubes. You fucking little shit.
You goddamn dingus.
She's royalty, and also, she's getting up in years. This might be your last sugars.
It could very well be your last sugars.
Think about it.
This could be your last sugars. It sounds like a threat. You never know.
I kind of want that to be the episode,
maybe.
even though it's fucking has
Maybe.
nothing to do
Buried
with anything.
deep.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a threat, Elizabeth.
Oh.
You know what you did.
Watch your sugars.
I've always wanted the Queen to knight me just so I can make a Snyder mark about the Kohinoor Diamond tour. But
Wow, that's you're gonna have to explain that
It's
for us.
obscure, man.
I think.
oh, sure, we can talk about. Oh, well, I mean, it's one of the biggest diamonds in the world, and it was taken kind of conned from a North Indian king, and it's now one of the crown jewels, literally.
Oh my god.
So it's literally the symbol of my country's oppression.
Wait, there's literal
that
crown
is-
jewels? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not okay. Don't quote me on whether or not it's in the current crown, but I think it was on some sort of piece of royal jewelry.
Yeah, I mean,
and
in the
it's like
crown.
it's like a massive piece. It's a massive diamond. It's an incredible diamond. Anyway,
that would be cool. That I hope you have that opportunity.
Thank you.
That kind of reminds me. You know. I mean, we all know Patrick Stewart, right? You know,
Yeah, sure.
The line must be drawn.
Yeah, Captain Picard. He is actually, perhaps unsurprisingly, or actually kind of a nerd. And he's very fond of this comic you might know of called Transmetropolitan, about as fucking punk rock badass journalist. And it's great. You should totally read it if you love comics. If you don't, even you should read it. But he's like into this like really like punk rock kind of like anti-authoritarian guy. And Patrick Stewart not too long ago was knighted. He's Sir Patrick now. And I've heard, anecdotally, that he was in line to be knighted, and he was thinking to himself, like, what would Spider Jerusalem do if he was here? What would Spider Jerusalem do if he was going to be knighted?
Oh my
he'd
God.
He'd probably headbutt the queen. That's probably what he'd do. He'd fucking headbutt the queen. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do Spider Good and headbutt the queen. And then he's like, no, Patrick, don't headbutt the queen. This is being filmed. No, don't do it.
yeah, that's how Patrick Stewart died.
And then he was beheaded.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe just wear smiley face underpants and just moon the queen with your
Fucking
underpants on.
Weird glasses. Fucking.
Wear some weird glasses. He's already bald.
It's already got the spider tattoo.
Not to give him makeup.
Nobody knows.
Picard always
Nobody
has
knows about the spider tattoo that Patrick Stewart has.
That's PJC secret.
and he's an incredible drug addict.
Oh, we should do a weekly segment called PJ Secrets.
Oh wow.
New segments.